Sometimes when I look at the camera, because I'm looking at the camera this way, and my one eye is like a little bit off, and I'm like, am I a little cross-eyed? I don't notice it because I can't see myself walking around all day. Maybe. Um. Anyway, back here with another bug gun review. This one, by request, is the Glock 42. This one's a little special. It's been engraved by Brent over at River's Edge Arms. He engraved this one for me. He can do it for you too. He even got a little Team DZ214 right on the back of the slide there on a Glock 42. That's pretty awesome because this is a pretty small gun. And as you guys know, I like small guns. So we're going to talk about that today. You saw a couple of the stages we shot with this thing. Brent helped me out on the moving stages for this match because I just had knee surgery, so I did not want to move around too much. So yeah, we're going to do the pros and cons. I'll show you the overall with the bug box and get back into some more stages.
9 the first time, I know that.
Okay, so here we are over the reloading bench. We've almost got 2 bug guns in the bug box. So this is the bug box, Glock 42, Ruger LCP Max. Something I noticed about the LCP Max today, I don't know if you can tell on the video here, but whatever finish that Ruger is using, you can kind of see it on the barrel right there. It really sucks. It's starting to turn like a sort of a brown color, which is rust, which sucks because even though these aren't expensive guns, like I want to be able to put it wherever I want and not have to worry about it rusting. But here we are. So these are the 2 guns on top of one another. As you can see, the LCP is a little bit, just a little bit wider than the Glock 42. Not a whole lot though. So that is what it is. LCP Max being hammer fired, and the Glock also obviously being a striker fired gun. So not a lot of huge differences here because we both have the ability to switch over the mag release. This one, however, is still a double stack, giving you lots more rounds compared to this. This is the 12 round mag, 1 in the hole, so 13 rounds compared to 6 in 1 with 7 with this guy. So same gun, but almost double the capacity. Let's take a look at a few more stages and we'll come back with the pros and cons. Okay, so those are the stages. As you can see, there wasn't a lot of movement at this match, which was good. I didn't want to move around. Brent did the big long one for me. I did one kind of shuffle stepping with my my bum knee. But yeah, it was a good match. We shot it at an ASI match, and kind of with this gun, I was gonna say, oh, I shot it to bug rules, but you have to because this is you only get 6 rounds in these tiny little magazines. Yeah, so jumping into a pros and cons list. I'm gonna start with the pros. It really is a good shooter. Really didn't want to like this gun. I'm not a big Glock fan. I carry one for work. But if I have my choice, I'm gonna go with the SIG. I think that there's just some better things going on at SIG than Glock in terms of innovation and trying new things and doing new things than there is going on at Glock. So I didn't want to like it, but it shoots really well. I was surprised in dry firing it in here in the cave. The trigger felt kind of hitchy, like there was a hiccup in it or something, and I was like, this isn't. I'm gonna look like an idiot because I'm not gonna be able to shoot this thing very well. But I was surprised at how crisp it was when I was shooting, and I was pretty accurate with it. I was only down like 3 points with it through the 6 stages that I shot, which was pretty awesome for, I mean, it's 380, so there's not a whole lot of recoil coming through this thing. In terms of recoil, that's another pro I've got down here. Probably a little bit less recoiling than the LCP Max. I think that's because of the slide mass. The slide is a little bit heavier, have more heavy duty on this thing than on the LCP Max. But the 365 380 is better in terms of felt recoil and just being able to like really slam some 380 out with that thing. Pros, again, it's a Glock, so all the people out there, they're going to say, well, it's a Glock, so it goes off every time. It goes off every time. Yeah, they all do, but it's a Glock, so you've got that, store read reliability and perfection that comes along with Glock. Going along with the perfection of Glock, there's a ton of aftermarket support, even for this Glock. So there's triggers you can buy. You can buy extra or aftermarket disconnectors to make your trigger pull better, or you can make it pink or red or whatever color you want. You can buy the pins and the mag catch, mag release, slide release in all those colors. So super cool if you're into that. Another pro I think for this is I think this is really a backup gun, whereas a lot of the guns that we shoot in backup division are, as I've talked about before, kind of carry guns. This is really a backup gun. If you're wearing a vest for work, if you're a cop or something, I know they make holsters they'll slide into your vest. I think this would be a great gun to slide into a vest, and it wouldn't bother you too much. I've never carried on an ankle rig before, but I've heard guys tell me that you carry on the ankle rig, and the minute you got to run with that thing, then you'll wish you wouldn't have, because it's kicking you and smacking all around. Yeah, so kind of some of the cons for this one. I expected to have a longer list, honestly, but starting off, it's 380 again, so for bug division, power factor is going to be a problem. We've been running into that everywhere. I'm still doing some ammo testing because I tested the Tula Sergeant Major ammo that's advertised at 1017. Said first time I chronoed it, it didn't make it, and then I did it again and it made it, and then did it again, it didn't make it. And so I just don't know about 380. Still don't know about 380. But the barrel is pretty short on this guy, and most of the testing or the reports I get from people testing the ammo, it comes out of a 4-inch barrel, it's just shorter. So I don't think it'll make power factor. I might give that a try. Cons, still left-handedness is still, it's not really that great. So I've switched it back around to the right side to give the mag catch, to give the gun back to Brent. It does switch over to the other side, but because this grip is just so small, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's really it's difficult to flip it around. So it works the same way as the Gen 4s and Gen 5s do, where there's a little bit of like a leaf spring, and you pull it out of the plastic piece, flip the plastic piece around, and put the leaf spring back in. And then it's probably not a leaf spring, so it's going to be like, it's a circular spring or something, but it looks like a leaf spring to me. So that's how you do it. But because this grip is so small, it's just really hard to get in there and work on it. And so it was pretty difficult. And then even though it's a Gen 4.5, 5, whatever, there's no slide release on my side, I'm generally okay with that, or it's becoming less of a hard and fast rule for me in bug division, now that within 2022 we can do the slide forward reloads at 10 rounds, or 10 rounds in other divisions, 5 rounds in bug division. But it's becoming less of a necessity for me, so that's not a big deal. But working on it was kind of a pain in the butt. So there is that. Reloads, as you just saw, evidence right here. So sometimes the mags just don't, I don't know what it is. Like if I had more time and I was going to screw around with the gun, I could probably figure out what is causing this. But sometimes I'll hit the button and they don't just fall out. Overall, in the stages, the reloads went really well for me and Brent. This is a two finger gun again. It's a very small gun. I'm sure you can get a pinky extension to fit on the base pad there and get your pinky on there for this gun. But being so thin, the reloading is just going to be slow, especially if you have to do a standing reload. That's going to be, you're hyped up. You might miss it because it's really small. So I think there's better guns for bug division than this. The Glock 26 is better. This was sort of the first iteration of making small guns. This was the beginning, and then we're coming to the end of it now with micro compacts. So this is kind of an older sort of idea. It really is a truly backup gun. It's not really something I would consider for a long term or to run a season. Definitely not with something like this in Bug Division. But again, the engraving is super cool. We the People on that side. DZ214 up top, along with some verbiage from the Second Amendment, and just kind of some stars and stripes on that side. But I'll throw up some pictures for you too. So yeah, that's it for this guy. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed shooting it. Maybe it's because I'm just super into small guns in general. But yeah, if you have a chance, check out Brent's work. He's got an Instagram. It's River's Edge Arms on Instagram. He's also got a website, riversedgearms.com. I've got a few more builds in the works. I kind of went down a rabbit hole with 365s in the off season. I'm building a macro, I'm building a another kind of Icarus framed 365 for Bug Division. I'll get to those videos for those eventually. Yeah, last thing, if you have the time, check out our website, www.teamdz214.com, and yeah, we have all the charities are up there for donating. We really appreciate your support with that. We had an awesome Veterans Day match. We raised like $1,200 for Operation Second Chance. So if you donated to that, we really appreciate it. We really appreciate your support all year round, but in particular in November on Veterans Day. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.